ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. எல்லோருக்கும் வணக்கம். நம்ம எல்லோரும் மிகவும் பணிவோட ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜியை நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணி மெதுவாக குண்டலினி உயர்த்தி பந்தன் போட்டுக்கொள்வோம். ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. சந்தோஷ சித்தத்தோட குழந்தை நிலையில் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜியோட திருக்கமல பாதத்தை பார்ப்போம். தெய்வீக அன்னையோட இணைப்பை கிடைச்சிருக்கான்னு கவனிப்போம். கவனம் 2 உள்ளங்கையும் சகஸ்ராரம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து இன்றைய தியானத்துக்கு அனுமதி தந்து வழி நடத்துங்கள் தாயே. எங்களுக்குள் ஸ்ரீ கணேச தத்துவத்தை நிலைநிறுத்துங்கள். மெதுவாக கண்களை மூடி கவனம் நம்மளுக்குள் கொண்டு வருவோம். நம்முடைய ஹிருதயத்தில் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜியோட திருக்கமல பாதத்தை தரிசிப்போம். மெதுவாக கவனம் சகசிராரத்தில் நிலைநிறுத்தி 3 மகாமந்திரத்தை கூறுவோம். ஓம் त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। गणेश मंत्रम। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री गणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। இரண்டு உள்ளங்கையும் பூமி தாய் மீது வைப்போம். ஸ்ரீ பூமி மாதா, தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய சக்கரங்களும் நாடிகளையும் பாதிக்கிற எல்லா விதமான எதிர்மறைகளையும் தாங்களுடைய பூமி தத்துவத்துக்குள் எடுத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். எங்களை முழுமையாக சுத்திகரித்து தூய்மை அடைய செய்யுங்கள் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ ஆதி பூமி மாதா சாட்சாத். ஓம் त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री आदि भूमि माता साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. இடா நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்தவும். இடது கை மடி மீது. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய இடா நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள். எங்களுக்குள் உள்ள தமோ குணத்தோட எல்லா விதமான எதிர்மறைகளையும் பூமி மார்க்கமாக நீக்கிவிடுங்கள். श्री महाकाली साक्षात श्री भैरवनाथ साक्षात. ओम त्वमेव साक्षात श्री महाकाली साक्षात श्री भैरवनाथ साक्षात श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः. மெதுவாக வலது கை மடி மீது, இடது கை பூமி தாய் மீது வைப்போம். கவனம் வலது மூலாதார சக்கரம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய வலது மூலாதார சக்கரத்தை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள். श्री कार्तिकेय साक्षात. ओम त्वमेव साक्षात श्री कार्तिकेय साक्षात श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. பிங்களா நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துவோம். இடது கை ஆகாயத்தை நோக்கி வைத்து கவனம் பிங்களா நாடி. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய பிங்களா நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள். எங்களுக்குள் உள்ள ரஜோகுணத்தோடு எல்லா விதமான எதிர்மறைகளையும் ஆகாய மார்க்கமாக நீக்கிவிடுங்கள் தாயே. எங்களை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள். श्री महासरस्वती साक्षात श्री हनुमान साक्षात। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात श्री महासरस्वती साक्षात श्री हनुमान साक्षात श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। மெதுவாக இடது கை மடக்கி கொண்டு வருவோம். இரண்டு உள்ளங்கைகளும் மடி மீது ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜியை நோக்கி வைத்து கவனம் சுஷும்னா நாடி. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய சுஷும்னா நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள். சத்வ குணத்தோடு நிரப்பி விடுங்கள் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, எங்களுக்கு தியானத்துக்கு தேவையான சமநிலையை தந்தருளுங்கள். எங்களுடைய கவனம் நிகழ்காலத்தில் தியான நிலையில் இருக்க அருள் புரியுங்கள் தாயே. श्री महालक्ष्मी साक्षात श्री गणेशा साक्षात। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात श्री महालक्ष्मी साक्षात श्री गणेशा साक्षात श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। கவனம் இரண்டு உள்ளங்கையும் சகசிராரம். மாற்றத்தை கவனிப்போம். நுண்ணுயிர்கள் உணர்வுமான் கவனிப்போம். கவனம் சகசிராரத்தில் இருக்கா? நம்ம அமைதியா இருக்கிறோமான்னு கவனிப்போம். இந்த நிலையில் மெதுவாக நம்முடைய கவனம் மூலாதார சக்கரத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். நம்முடைய மூலாதார சக்கரத்தில் அழகான 4 இதழ்கள் கொண்ட தாமரையில் அமர்ந்த ஸ்ரீ கணேசாவை தரிசிப்போம், வணங்குவோம், மனதார பிரார்த்திப்போம். ஸ்ரீ கணேசா, தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய மூலாதார சக்கரத்தை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள். தாங்களுடைய அன்பும் கருணையால் எங்களுக்கு தாங்களுடைய எல்லா குணங்களும் சக்திகளையும் தந்தருளுங்கள் ஸ்ரீ கணேசா. எங்களுடைய ஆன்மீக முன்னேற்றத்தில் இருக்கிற எல்லா விதமான தடைகளையும் முழுமையாக நீக்கிவிடுங்கள். தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ விக்னேஸ்வரா. எல்லா விக்னங்களையும் முழுமையாக நீக்கிவிடுங்கள். தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ விநாயகா. எங்களுக்கு பணிவை தந்தருளுங்கள். தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ அபோதித பிரதாயகா. எங்களுக்கு கள்ளம் கபடமற்ற தூய குழந்தை உள்ளத்தை தந்தருளுங்கள் கணேசா. தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ மங்களமூர்த்தி. எல்லா மங்களமும் எங்களுக்கு தந்தருளுங்கள். தாங்களுடைய எல்லா குணங்களும் சக்திகளையும் எங்களுக்கு தந்தருளுங்கள். முழு சரணாகதி பாவத்தை தந்தருளுங்கள். எங்களை பாதிக்கிற எங்களுக்குள் உள்ள காம குரோத லோக மோக மத மத்சரத்தை முழுமையாக நீக்கிவிடுங்கள். தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள். எங்களுடைய ஒவ்வொரு சக்கரங்களிலும் தாங்களுடைய அன்பும் தூய்மையும் மங்களத்தோடு நிரப்பிவிடுங்கள் ஸ்ரீ கணேசா. நாங்கள் ஆன்மீகத்தில் முன்னேற எப்பொழுதும் தாங்களே வழிகாட்டியாக, செயல்பட சக்தியாக, இயக்கிற சக்தியாக எங்களுக்குள் இருந்து அருள் புரியுங்கள் ஸ்ரீ கணேசா. அதற்கு தேவையான தகுதியும் தாங்களே தந்தருளுங்கள். எங்களுக்குள் உள்ள எல்லா விதமான அறியாமையை முழுமையாக நீக்கிவிடுங்கள். தூய ஞானத்தை தந்தருளுங்கள். தங்களுடைய அருளாசையால் எங்களை முழுமையாக தூய்மை அடைய செய்யுங்கள். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ கணேஷா. அருள் புரியுங்கள். ஸ்ரீ கணேஷ் ஹதரோஷீர்ஷை கூறுவோம். ஓம் நமஸ்தே கணபதயே त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं हृदं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं मामवक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चातात अवपुरस्तात् अव उत्तरातात अवदक्षिणातात अवचोद्वातात अवाधरातात सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वम् आनन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो निलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वं योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादीं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादीं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वार परतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण रुद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपम् ककार पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वार शान्त्यरूपम् बिन्दुरुत्तररूपम् नाद संधानम् संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेश विद्या गणकऋषिः निच्छ्रुतगायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशाङ्कुशधारिणं रदं च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैर्सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्टयाथो प्रकृति पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो रात्रपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते अस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः மெதுவாக நம்முடைய கவனம் மூலாதாரத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம் ஸ்ரீ குண்டலினி கௌரி மாதா மந்திரத்தை கூறுவோம் ஓம் त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कुंडलिनी गौरी माता साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः ஒவ்வொரு சக்கரங்களையும் கடந்து மெதுவாக நம்முடைய கவனம் சகஸ்ராரத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம் வலது உள்ளங்கை சகஸ்ராரத்தில் வைத்து நல்ல ஒரு அழுத்தத்தை தந்து மனதார கூறுவோம் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी सर्वचक्र स्वामिनी श्री माताजी श्री आदिशक्ति தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய ஆத்ம விழிப்புணர்வு நிலையை திடப்படுத்துங்கள் தாயே தங்களுடைய அன்பும் கருணையால் எங்களுக்கு அமைதியும் ஆனந்தமும் உணர செய்யுங்கள் மெதுவாக நம்முடைய வலது கை மடிக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம் கவனம் சகஸ்ராரம் அமைதியாக தியானத்தில் இருப்போம் ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. கண்களை திறந்து ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜியோட சொற்பொழிவை கேட்டு உள்வாங்கிப்போம். ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. ஸ்பீச் போடலாம் மணிமொழி. ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. பாஸ் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு போல இருக்கு.
Many circumstances, because you don't worry about your physical comfort anymore. What you think of your own spiritual comfort. I've seen people, Sahajyogis, so beautiful, even children. If there is a film going on, something funny comes in, immediately they all close their eyes. We don't want to see this. Nobody has to tell them, because you see, they are sort of inside, they have built in that subtle personality which cannot stand nonsense. They may not say something, they may not be harsh, but just they shun and go away from such place automatically. So to describe the new personality is this way. That in the nature we see very clearly. In the nature, what we see is a tree grows. Now it has to expand, but it cannot, so it does not. If it can, it will. And also it tries to bring all the leaves exposed to the sunlight somehow. Now, I don't think the trees have that much intelligence to organize it. But there is something that organizes them so beautifully. Now, it's not only one tree, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. The one who does all that is the one with whom you are in contact. The trees are not. They are just playing into the hands of nature. But they cannot manipulate, maneuver, understand this divine power. They cannot. Animals cannot. Even human beings cannot. But you can, because you have crossed the limit of this human bondage. And now you are just like great citizens of the great realm of divinity. So this divine force helps you, works out everything. And also it takes you, it guides you, it manages you. So what you have to do is to keep yourself open for the guidance. At the same time, you must act, because the guidance will also come from within, by which you will know this is what I have to do. Now supposing even then you feel that this was not achieved by you, and you feel that still I don't know why I couldn't get what I wanted. Try to understand that is what is the best for us. But it never means that you should give up. You should not desire. I have seen Sahajyogi's desires are much more powerful than mine. The reason is I am desireless. I have no desires as such. Try to fathom out if I have any desires. I see I have no desires of any kind. Or I do not earnestly want anything. That you can say it's a very frivolous temperament. But it all, very different with you people. You people are very differently made because you have achieved something. I have not achieved anything. I am what I am. Because you have achieved something, you know how you were and what you are now. Because of your achievement, I think it is a boon that whatever you desire works out. Because you have worked so hard, it's a boon. It's a special blessing for you, whatever you desire. So many times I have told you, now don't desire anything which is not proper. Because whatever you will desire, that works out. And that will be effective. Now try to realize that you are no more ordinary human beings. You have crossed the bondage, and now you are not even in the Sahasrara, you are beyond it. Sahasrara is the limbic area, and this limbic area is closed like a lotus. And when you get your Kundalini entering into it, then this lotus opens like this. And that's what is written in the Bible, that I'll appear before you like tongues of flames. It's the divine saying. So these petals are nothing but nerves which are enlightened, just like these, and they look like flames. But these flames are not with any heat. They call it in Sanskrit tapahina. No heat. Extremely cooling, soothing, beautifully burning. So when this Sahasrara lotus opens, then the Kundalini pierces through your fontanelle and you get your realization. This is what has happened to you. Now, only thing is to keep this lotus open. And there where we fail, sometimes because still there are some lingering human feelings within us. Firstly, it is covered with the with the ego and the conditioning, or with the superego, two balloons. These two balloons again and again try to close the sahasrara. So you have to be on the guard that what is closing my sahasrara. The first is ego, which how to attack. Because you want to attack your ego, you'll have to attack through ego only. That's the only vehicle. So we have this state of nirvichara, of thoughtless awareness, where we have to go. But the simple thing to do is very practical. Try to understand why you are being egoistical. With whom are you angry? Why are you angry? What makes you think to dominate someone, or to control someone, or to check someone? Why? The mind will not answer. The simple thing, if you can do, that whatever things that upsets you or makes you feel very great, try to understand that compared to you, nothing is greater. Compared to your love, nothing is greater. Compared to your compassion, nothing is greater. Because in this, there is the light of the divine flowing. You hate someone, you get angry with someone, just know that you have to love that person. Now, how will you love that person? There's no way to have any measurement of that. But love itself will suggest how satisfied you are feeling, how happy you are feeling. I'll give an example. The other day I received a letter from someone challenging me very much from Poland, that her mother is sick with something, cancer or something, and challenging me all the time. If you are God, you must cure my mother. If you are God, do this, do that, do that. Very amusing. I said, all right. I put my attention to this lady. Perhaps the mother is better. But instead of getting angry, I said, she's so frustrated, she's so upset, she's so worried. Even if she says, if you are God, she's challenging me, it's all right, makes no difference. Whether she calls me God or not God, makes no difference, whatever I am. So instead of getting angry, I felt tremendous compassion for her. She's a human being, and her mother is so sick, and if that's the only source of her life, then I can understand why she is so upset. So if you just try, which you can do very easily, it's not difficult. Because you are realized souls. I'm talking to saints. If you just put your attention on a person with love, then what happens? You get understanding. Understanding of that person. You realize, as if identified with that person. Then you realize, if I was in her place as a human being, what I would have felt. This desperation, this anger. If I was that, if I was the same type of person with the same kind of problems, then what would I do? That solves the problem. So the identification part, you have such powers, I told you, can penetrate. The identification with another is very important. And you can do it. Because you are realized souls, you can do it. Just place yourself in the same position as the other person is. And then you'll realize that you have powers of love. And identification is the only way I think one can understand love. This ego will immediately sucked in as soon as you put your loving attention on that person. In your lifetime, you will get so many experiences like that. You will be amazed at yourself, how can I do all these things? Because you are a realized soul. Also, as I said, when you are identified with another person, you put that person in charge of divinity. Just a feeling of oneness. Sometimes also we have very wrong idea about ourselves and about others. In small things also, we have our own ideas about something. Say some sort of a living standards some people have, we like it. I don't like it. I like it and I don't like it. Not a saint. Saint never says that. That time when you say that, you are falsely identifying yourself with another person. For example, the one, now supposing somebody has done such a beautiful flower arrangement. Instead of appreciating and enjoying it, if you come and say, I don't like this could have been better like this. Just to, I don't know why people say like that. But if you identify yourself with the man who has done it or the gentleman who has done it, you will enjoy it the way that person enjoyed it doing it. Because you are just thinking about yourself, self-opinionatedness, with which you think that this is not done so good, that could have been better, this could have been better. Who are you to judge anyone? This criticizing nature comes from a terrible misunderstanding about oneself. What are we? Why should we judge anybody else? Are we paid for it? So why waste energy on judging others? We should see what is good in others. Because in the realm of reality, it's all good, everything fine, everything first class. But if you are trying to see what's wrong with others, then you are not in reality. You can watch, you can witness, but you do not get upset with it, or you do not even say something that would upset others. You're watching it, it's all beautiful. I mean, just the joy of the person who put it, all these beautiful things, of all the persons, is just bubbling through that. But unless and until you are identified with those who have done this, you might say this should have been better, that should have. You can be in the same position. Supposing you do something, another one will come and say, oh, you should have done it this way, that way. Wasting our energy for nothing at all. Our energy is spiritual energy. Then again you become like the sky, I told you. The greatness. We are too great to bother about these things. Wasting our energy on very, very trivial things, any useless things, and just making yourself small. But if this spiritual energy is used, because you can use it, you are the ones only who can manipulate it, not the trees, not the flowers. Then what you will do is to create oceans of joys. So then we come to Sahaj. What has Sahaj given you is all right. But what have you given to Sahaj Yoga? What have I given to Sahaj? Have I created oceans of joys for others? What kindness I have shown, what compassion I have shown, what love I have expressed. All right, whatever Sahaj Yoga has given, we have taken it for granted. Once they come to Sahaj Yoga, they think it is a contract already signed. And if this thing doesn't work out, then what is it? We had a contract with God, and this is, we have not been awarded fully for whatever we have paid, whatever we have done. But what have you done? In this realm of reality, have you enjoyed the reality? Have you felt the joy of this real love of divine? Are you dissolved into that, or you are still standing on the shores watching? You can create. You are quite capable of creating tremendous joy, tremendous happiness and peace. See the world today in what condition it is. It's complete turmoil, confusion, all kinds of corrupt and destructive things going on. So ugly this world has become. Can you beautify it? You can, because you can transform people. But if you are not yourself a beautiful Sahaj Yogi, how can you? So it is our attention on ourselves when we work out. That we have to bring others into this realm of reality. This is one side, ourselves, where we have to understand our subtleties. The another side is that we are still identified with things which we should not have been identified. We can just find out. Identified with ideas, identified with some sort of a consciousness. All these things make you, really, to be very frank, they befool you. All the fools, you see, who are conditioned are really, I don't know what to say about them, because they are like a train which has no driver. God knows when it is going to collide. Because such people who are identified, I know, now you must have seen also those who go to church, get ready nicely, go to church, sit down there, sing hymns, come home, and again quarrel and fight. But if they see a church, they'll bow. But nothing goes inside out of that church. Or there are who are like, you see, you must have seen the Jews, you see, wailing wall they have got, before that they go do all kinds of things. And what happens to them? Nothing. Same with the Muslims. They are so conditioned. I mean, cannot describe their conditioning, how stupid they are. And these conditionings go on making fool out of us. I've known so many people like that. Once in my own life, I was with some relation of mine. This gentleman used to get up at 4 o'clock and would start singing some sort of a Rama Raksha. The whole house is sleeping, children are sleeping, he's shouting at the top of his voice. I used to say, what's the matter? Even Rama might be sleeping at this time. But he would shout, and his bathing was another thing. Everybody knew he's having a bath, because he used to sing another shlokas or something, go on. But it happened that I was in the next room, and I heard something like banging, banging, banging. I said, what's the matter? I thought he's suffering from epilepsy or what? So I rushed to other people and told them this gentleman is suffering from epilepsy. He says, no, he doesn't suffer. I said, then why this sound come? No, he is rubbing that chandan, sandalwood. And with such a big thud, every time he was putting that stone on the ground, that I thought he had epilepsy. He said, whatever you may tell him, he will never listen. He does that every day. What is this? This we understand as stupidity. When we see others, when we see human beings, but even realized souls, you are in the realm of reality. You do accept sometimes unreal things because of age-old conditionings. Your forefathers like this, his father was like this, and your forefathers were like this. So that's still coming. They call it genes. But in Sahaj Yoga, these genes also change. So this kind of a conditioning which is lingering on still to your bodies, to your minds, to your emotions, has to be seen and cleaned out. Because that kills the joy, that kills the full experience of reality. If you want to have the full experience of the beauty of reality, then you should shed out all these things which are really befooling you morning till evening. People take advantage of such people very much. As I've told you, entrepreneurs, you see, they'll start with one fashion, everybody goes like that. But we are not brainless people. Not that we have brains, but also enlightened brains. We do not take to things which are just in the fashion or which are something. We don't. What we do, we are of our own fashion. This is not ego. This is identification with your own spirit. You won't take to anything stupid and nonsensical if you have the wisdom of your spirit in you. So, in the realm of reality, we have all the 7 chakras absolutely enlightened, integrated, and nourished. At that position, what we see is ourselves, as I said, as nothing limited, absolutely unlimited. Even when we say we penetrate, we do. When we say we expand, we do. When we contract, we do. It's absolutely a flexible personality, and a personality that creates peace, joy, harmony. With the Sahasrara opening, I'm sure the whole world would be integrated. One day I will understand these problems that are facing us because of stupidity. This integration, I'm sure, will take place. And when that takes place, we'll see the life of the divine will be absolutely outshining all these darknesses or destructive forces. It's going to happen if so many sahasraras could be opened out. Then why not the sahasrara of this world also is opened out to truth and reality? It will. So, today, on such an important day for us, in the history of spirituality, I think this is a very important day. For us, is to realize that we are enlightened. We are the light of joy, light of compassion, light of love, like the silent flames of the Sahasrara, in different colors, beautifully dancing. Then we'll know what is the enjoyment of reality is. May God bless you.
ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. கண்கள் மூடி சில நிமிடம் தியானத்தில் இருக்கும். ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. கண்களை திறந்து ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜிக்கு மனமார்ந்த நன்றியை கூறி நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணி குண்டலினி உயர்த்தி வந்தன் போட்டுக்கொள்வோம்.